a teacher. He's a pass out from IIT Mumbai in chemical engineering, and one of the first few teachers of art of living in India, and has been traveling across 40 countries and teaching the art of living program. And the simplicity with which he walks around is something so beautiful. It is so difficult to actually measure the amount of treasure he has by just looking at him. Like they say, the tree with the maximum fruit is always bent down. That's how he is. His presence is so soft and so beautiful. So we will have Prashant Bhaiya joining us very soon. Before he joins, we will be having a few bhajans. He's just coming with us in next 10 minutes. Till then, we can all turn our videos on. The only effort we need to take or make in an online session is keeping our videos on. We don't have to go anywhere, drive anywhere, do anything. Yeah, the least we can do for the speaker is keep our videos on. It's so tough to talk to a black blank screen. Yeah, so however, doesn't matter if you're relaxing on your bed and listening to this, but you please keep your videos on. Thank you so much. So great to see you all. And now we'll be having a few bhajans with Arvindji, and then we'll start with the session soon.
Jai Gurudev, everyone. So let us, while we are waiting for Bhaiya, let us just keep our eyes closed और एक छोटा सा सत्संग करते हैं. दो तीन भजन गाते हैं बस. Okay? So let's keep our eyes closed. Am I audible? Guru Patra Pita, Guru Bandhu Sakha, Guru Matra Pita, Guru Bandhu Sakha, तेरे चरणों में स्वामी कोटि प्रणाम, तेरे चरणों में स्वामी कोटि प्रणाम, तेरे चरणों में स्वामी मेरे कोटि प्रणाम. Let's keep our eyes closed. We'll just wait for Bhaiya to join in.
So a lot of others have joined us. Like I was saying earlier, we all are very, very lucky. We have Prashant Bhaiya with us today evening. And as I mentioned earlier, he's been teaching for the last 25 years across 40 countries. And he's been with Gurudev from the early days. So we get to see him now today with lakhs around, but he has been with Gurudev and a handful of people were roaming around him. And it's going to be so interesting and beautiful to listen to him. And his guru story has been published in Sri Sri as I know him as well. It's a very, very beautiful book, a collection of guru stories. And Bhaiya is so beautiful to be around, such a light presence. And he has worked with a lot of projects in the art of living, the free school project, the rural development project. So I think we all are excited to listen to a lot of inside stories about Gurudev from Bhaiya today evening. Are we all excited? Can we all show some reactions on the screen? Yeah, that's the only way we can communicate with our speaker, no? We all should keep ourselves active here. Only then he will also feel like sharing more with us. More black screens means less stories. Yeah, so if you show your faces, he'll happily share more with us. Great. Please turn on your videos and show the excitement. Thank you so much, Bhaiya, for joining us. Jai Gurudev.
Thank you. How's everyone? कैसे सब लोग? Good, अच्छे. वेरी गुड, बहुत अच्छे, वेरी वेरी गुड, बहुत बहुत अच्छे. Hmm. See, sharing guru stories is easy and difficult, both. Okay. Ah, it is easy when we have a conversation. Hmm. Means what? You ask questions, you ask about certain situations, and then I will share some guru stories. It will become difficult if I just keep on saying one guru story after another, and then I don't know whether you are interested in such a type of guru story or not, also, isn't it? And then, after some time, the mind switches off. Hmm. Because we don't, I cannot remember many guru stories that way. But if you keep on, provoking me, asking me questions about certain situations, about certain things, then it becomes much more easier. Hmm. In fact, it becomes then the easiest thing to talk about Gurudev. Okay. So I think one question has come. Hmm. So can somebody,
Yes,
Ramya,
Bhaiya.
can you read the question?
Yes. So Bhaiya, the first question that I got here was, how was it to be around Gurudev back then?
Yeah, personally speaking, no. For me, when I first met him, he had come for a happiness program in Bombay. And there were about 80 or 90 people in that happiness program. Okay. And then after that, I did my advanced course, and we have done, many of us, we have done advanced course, and we play recorded meditations, right? Hmm. So my first advanced course, there were only 25 people, 25 of us, and all the meditations were given live by Gurudev. Hmm. Including a early morning session between 5 and 6, where we had a special meditation with which Gurudev used to come and do that. And after 6 o'clock, then we would have a yoga sessions, and then the other sessions where again Gurudev would give each and every meditation live. Hmm. So my first 2 or 3 advanced courses was when Gurudev would do the meditations live, and then some recording meditations started coming in, and even then he would come for some meditations, and some recorded meditations we would do. Hmm. And it was like, it was fun. There were hardly anyone. When I came to the ashram first time, Gurudev was so free. There were not many people. He was never free. He keeps himself busy. Even in that, he would come to the kitchen every day and make some dish or the other. Hmm. So some dish, and then in my second visit in 1994, mm, he made me responsible to, go to him every day and take the name of a dish. Every dish he would name. Like suppose 6 7 dishes were there on the menu for lunch, then I had to go to him and take a name. So names would be enlightenment curry, Buddha rice, mm, and then gopi salad, mm, and uh, blissful payasam, or kheer, whatever. So things like that, you know, uh, we would have. So it was very personal touch with him. And now, like, it is sometimes days and weeks, mm, if I talk to him. Mm. I would be, when I started living in the ashram, 97. First few months I did a lot of seva. After that, I would continue doing seva. But there was a time from like 7:30 in the morning, I would be the first person to meet Gurudev. And I'll be in his kutir. And in the night, like 11:30, 12, even 1:32 sometimes, I would be the last person with him in the kutir. So morning till evening, and sometimes Gurudev, with his own hands, he will serve food, whatever food has come for him. If that remains, he will give food to us. हम्म, तो ऐसे भी दिन देखे हैं. हम्म.
So Bhaiya, someone has asked that what did Gurudev used to do that late in the night?
What Gurudev would do, so many letters, even now. all the messages that come to him, letters that go to him, emails that go to him. He goes through all of them even now. He has like when he would get at least 20, 30 letters, sometimes 40, 50 letters in a day. So we would be four, five people around him. Then he will read one or two letters. He will give each one of us to read one, two letters. And then we have to give him a gist of whatever is happening. And he will reply all those letters. So by the end of the day, all the letters were replied to. And then he didn't have any official secretary. So I had to play that role. All those letters which were read by various people, by me, by Gurudev, all that answers which Gurudev would give, then I would make sure the answers are posted to everyone through email, through mm, handwriting. So it was one of those jobs. Sometimes we would have fun. If it is Purnima or close to Purnima, then we would have a second satsang after the official satsang, which is with full of filmy songs and things like that. Sometimes we will share jokes. Sometimes Gurudev will share his old stories, what he would do and all that. So different days, different things. Sometimes we would just sit and crack jokes also, have fun, pull each other's legs also. So different things at different times we did.
There are two, three questions on letters. A couple of people have asked why has he stopped replying to letters these days? We still write, but we don't get any reply. And the
Yeah.
second question is, I want to address a letter to him. Why is someone in the middle reading it? I don't want that.
No, no. See, if it is your very strong desire that nobody should read the letter except Gurudev, you give the letter with that desire, and it will happen. It will happen that only Gurudev will read that message. So he reads the bhav behind the letter, no, and he knows about everything. Once I'll share a guru story now. Why he doesn't reply to letters? Ah, so one guru story was there. He mm, there was this man. He was an art learning teacher. And that time we could go to Gurudev 3, 4 times, 10 times a day, and talk whatever we want. So he came and told Gurudev about this problem. Hmm. So Gurudev heard him, and Gurudev just walked away. So this teacher felt that Gurudev has not heard him. So after 1 hour, 2 hours, whenever he met Gurudev again he repeated his problem. Again Gurudev heard him and walked away. Hmm. So this happened about 8, 10 times in about 1 or 2 days. Hmm. So mm, Gurudev again he went and repeated the problem to Gurudev. So Gurudev heard him again, and he said, "See, two things can happen. Hmm. One is you worry or I worry. Hmm. If you worry, then I will not worry. And if you want me to worry, then you should drop your worry." Okay. So if you have sent a letter, then drop the worry. He's going to worry for it. Why are you worried? Oh, has he read the letter and all that? See, nowadays all modern technology is there. People send him messages through elements. Just today, one teacher sent a message to Gurudev, and she felt that Gurudev has not read the letter. Gurudev has not read the message because those blue ticks didn't come. Hmm. So she felt Gurudev has not read the message, and then so she went personally to talk to Gurudev, and Gurudev said, "Yeah, yeah, I've already read your message." And again, she checked the phone. The blue ticks were not there on the phone. Okay. So Gurudev has read everything. He knows. And nowadays, in fact, anyone calls the secretariat to convey some message to Gurudev, the secretariat says send a message directly to Gurudev because he's on top of everything. Okay. He may not be sending you replies, but he's reading everything and he's blessing. No, most important is that. आशीर्वाद दे रहे हैं.
There is a question. What are your most cherished moments with Gurudev, and which one is your favorite and most memorable?
See, if I say this is my cherished moment and that is my cherished moment, no, then I will miss out on many, many things, right? Every moment with Gurudev is cherished. And whatever has happened, no matter how beautiful that moment is, all forgotten when we want to meet Gurudev again. Hmm. If he say that moment was my cherished, then that enthusiasm to meet Gurudev will not be there now, no? Isn't it? Hmm. So every moment is cherished, every moment is beautiful with him. Hmm. Some are dramatic, some are less dramatic. Some are easily remembered, some are not easily remembered. But every moment is very beautiful. Every moment is so wonderful with him.
Someone has asked how to have faith in adverse situations.
See, when we go through worse situations, no, that is the time we think we don't have faith. Am I right? And then we start judging ourselves. Oh, I'm not good enough. My faith is not there. मेरे में श्रद्धा नहीं है. हाँ, मैं तो ठीक नहीं हूँ. देखिए, अभी रात रात हो गई. It is night time. Hmm. And because it is night time, what is the cause of that night? We are not able to see the sun. That is why it is night right now, isn't it? And just because we are not able to see the sun, does it mean the sun is not there? Sun is there, no? So sometimes we are able to see the faith, sometimes we are not able to see the faith. But just because we are not able to see the faith, it does not mean the faith is not there. Okay. And if at all our faith has to be like, Bhakta Prahlad, all of us know the story of Bhakta Prahlad. Now, little circumstances around him. His father was the demon king, isn't it? What was his name? Hiranyakashipu. Okay. Hmm. So he was ruling all the three worlds. And there was no devtas in any of the three worlds. They were all in hiding. Okay. And for Bhakta Prahlad, even see the parents are the biggest protector for the child. But for Bhakta Prahlad, even his parents wanted him to be killed. But even in that circumstances, what he would say, my Shiv Hari will take care, Shri Hari will take care. मेरे श्री हरि है वो सब संभाल लेंगे वो सब देखेंगे हाँ So when he had no, and he was only 5 year old when Narsimha Avatar happened, Bhakta Prahlad was only 5 year old child. So a child who had no abilities, who had no strength, who had nothing, and even his parents were not there to protect him. His parents wanted to kill him. And if he survived all those situations and circumstances, so many attempts to kill him failed, so many things happened. If he could survive, we will also survive, no? But that faith has to be there. No matter what, everything will be all right. My Sri Hari is there, he will take care. Yes. Mm. So that faith, everything, and see, l- look back at life. No, there were so many situations, circumstances, mm, where we thought we will not survive, or it is no good to survive. Didn't we go through such circumstances, situations in life? But who survived? Did the circumstance survived, or did the situation survive, or we survived? We survived, no. So even now, this situation, difficult situation, appears to be impossible, very difficult. But one thing is sure that I am going to survive. Mm. And see, all the difficult situations, no, they give us confidence and happiness now. What do we tell people? You know what difficult days I saw? I had no food, I had nobody to help me, I had no money, and I survived such days. Don't we say with so much happiness and joy? Don't we remember such situations and feel happy about it? Isn't it? So this difficult situation in which is there in front of us, it appears to be difficult, but looking back at life or at this situation later in life, we're going to laugh at it. We're going to feel happy looking at this situation. So why not be happy now? Isn't it? So that is all. It's simple. It's just, trying to be, it's just want to be happy. Whenever we remember, start being happy. And the advanced course we do, repeated Sudarshan Kriya Sadhana we do, Seva we do. It is all building up that strength to be happy in any situation and circumstance. Even Lord Bhagwan Krishna, no, He went through so many difficulties. His parents, before he was born, 7, 8 years before at least, they were in difficulty, isn't it? And after he was born, from the first day, demons were sent to kill him. There were floods. His life was full of difficulty, but he went through everything with a smile. So it's not that even Avatar Purush has problems in life. But what is the difference between that person and us? He laughed through all the situations. We cry. That's all. The more and more we learn to laugh, that much more Avatar Purush we will also become. Okay.
Beautiful, Bhaiya. Wait, there's a question someone has asked. When did you realize that he is your guru? And a similar question, how can I know if he is my guru?
It happens, no, within you. It happens. And sometimes I would have my own doubt, isn't it? Is he really my guru? Then I will put a question. If he's my guru, then he will do this way. And if he's my guru, he will do this. And you put questions, no? It is up to him to answer. And you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. Sooner or later, he gives all the answers. In thousands of people, lakhs of people, millions of people, you will get all your answers. Yeah, next question, Ramya.
Deepa ji is asking, tell us about the Visalakshi Mandap story.
Vishalakshi Mantap, you have to come and see. That's all. Mm. There are many, many stories there. Many amazing things. But I got to experience the other side of Gurudev. We all know him as very loving and caring and sharing, but he can equally be a very tough taskmaster. Mm. And that is what I learned to be. Guru is there for your own growth. Mm. So if lovingly we will all do everything, but sometimes he will also teach you to take difficult blames and criticism and this. So uh, an example I will give you, like, if you have been to the Vishalakshi Mandap, we see uh, towards the east entrance there is a small fountain in the middle. So that was not the original plan. One day he just said that I want a fountain, it should be on a pedestal and this. So 3 4 days later we made a sample of that fountain. So he looked at that and he said, who told you to make this fountain like this? And he started scolding me left, right, and center. So next day what happens? That fountain disappears, and then another fountain comes which is little underground. So he comes after 2 3 days again. He says, who told you to make this? And you can't even tell him you told me. You know. So if you do this also you're stuck. If you do that also you're stuck. And he will keep on scolding. He will keep on hmm, bashing you. Then you learn. And he will do it in front of 30 40 people. Those 30 40 people will also be confused. What, yesterday he only told, today he's only telling you who told you. Hmm. But then that realization was there, that training a bhakt is more important than one's own credibility. Let people think whatever they want to, but if he has to train you, he will train you. If he has to scold you, he will scold you.
Where someone has asked, has he scolded you a lot of times? If yes, please share
Oh,
some.
many times. That I was telling about the scolding only, no. And every second day, third day, this will be there. Sometimes that scolding would be for half an hour, sometimes for 1 or 2 hours also. Imagine, getting scolding from him for 1 or 2 hours. Dishow, 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 and you can't speak a word. So that has happened. Once I was traveling for 3 months. After 3 months, I came back. I had gone to Poland. I came back after 3 months, and then first time I'm meeting him in Ganga, and he looks at me and he started scolding me, and he's scolding me for things which have happened in India, and I was not even in India. So like I was shocked. Why am I getting scolding? I am coming from this 3 months. I have not been here, and I have never done such things and all that. Then I looked around in the room and I saw somebody who was from India, and I had heard stories about him. That time Atavling was very small, no? So all the stories would come very quickly to you. Hmm. So then I realized all those things he was doing, and Gurudev didn't want him to scold him directly. So he was scolding me, but the goal or aim was somewhere else, isn't it? So that type of scolding also comes. You have to be ready for everything.
Where someone has asked, how is it different to get scoldings from a guru than from an ordinary person around us?
See, an ordinary person who scolds you, no, you will feel very miserable after the scolding. But when a guru scolds you, no, he will uplift you. After the scolding, you will feel even more empowered, even more strong, even more, you know, enthusiastic to take up responsibility. When others scold, you feel like running away from responsibility. You feel down, isn't it? Mm. So that is the difference.
Beautiful. So, Bhaiya, you're the first blessing course teacher. What is the backstory? And please speak more about.
Even I don't know the backstory. One day, Gurudev, I had gone to take darshan of Gurudev. Mm, Even before that, like there was Gurudev had declared a 7 day. In fact, I'll share the entire story. First the blessing program was only one session. Okay, so in those days, my room was very close to old Shakti Kutir. So before going to work, I was working in Shishya Ayurveda. So before going to work, I would go and have his darshan and then go to work. So one day I just went to work. So I went to him to have darshan, and I was about to leave, and he asked me, "What are you doing today?" So I said, "I'm free, Gurudev. I have regular work, but this." So he said, "Okay, come. You have to go and conduct a session." So he gave me some instructions. I went and conducted the session and came back. Then I gave him the feedback of the session and all that. And then he says, we'll 2 months later declare a special 7 day course for people who have done 4 advanced meditation program. And then about 2 weeks before the program, I got the message that Gurudev has told you to teach the special advanced meditation programs. I said, okay. Now, between the time I got the message till the time the course, 2 weeks, 8 days, 10 days, I went for Padyatra in Uttar Pradesh. And I had amazing and beautiful experiences, many, many experiences. And when I came back from Padyatra, couple of days later, the advanced course was to start. Gurudev was also in Germany. He also came. He didn't ask me about any experiences or anything. First day I taught, like a normal advanced course. I taught the advanced program. Then second day, Gurudev called me. He said, "You are teaching that course, no?" I said, "Yes." "So what are you teaching?" I said, "Advanced course things." "No, no, no, no. It's not advanced course things. You come, I will give you instructions what has to be done." So I said, "Okay." So every session I would go. Before the session, I would go to him, and he would give me 2 or 3 instructions. And the way he would give instructions, he was referring to some of the experiences which I had in the Padyatra, which I had not shared with him. But he would say, "You go and talk about this," like as if he knew everything. Okay. And it was 2 lines. Now, even if I expand that, the 2 lines will become 10 minutes of content, 20 minutes of content. But I ended up, those 2, 3 line instructions would become a 2, 3 hour session, 3 hour session, full 3 hour. And it happened for all the remaining 6 days. On the sixth day, he told me, "Now make everyone share experiences." Now, there were 172 or 173 people on that program, and everyone was sharing their experiences. And you will be surprised that in that 172, 173 people, more than 150 people, they shared what? They told me that they did not see me in the program at all. They would say that in the Vishalakshi Mandap ground floor, I would start climbing the stairs, those 2, 3 steps. But by the time the climbing of the steps was done, they would start seeing Gurudev. And though I was conducting the meditation, they did not hear my voice. they heard Gurudev's voice throughout the session, and they would see me again only after I came down from the steps. I know I was sitting there, everything, but they did not see me. Hmm. So that was the time I realized even those two, three sentences was there just to give me little confidence that that session can happen. Otherwise, he knew he was going to conduct the session. He knew everything had to be done by him, but somebody had to sit there so that he could go and make it happen. So that is what the blessing program experience was for many people. Hmm. Anything more, Ramya?
सुनील आवाज नहीं आ रहा. It was so beautiful, Bhaiya. I think
Okay.
it's so crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
Sunil.
Yeah. So, Bhaiya, like I have done your advanced meditation course in Pune 2 to 3 times, and I kind of have this experience that your meditations are quite deep. So, just wanted to know what is so special about your AMP sessions, because I heard from a lot of senior teachers also that if you want to experience AMP, go to Prashant Bhaiya session. So, I want to know more about it, please.
No,
What
you have experience. No, that's all. I don't know what people find in me. They also tell me your course is different, and we really had a very deep experience. But I don't know. I'm just doing what Gurudev has told me. And in those times, no, when we were advanced course teachers, no, uh, Gurudev would give very specific instruction to every teacher. So I got though the meditations are same and all that, I got my very specific instructions from Gurudev, and I just do that. That's all.
Super, yeah. So, like being the instrument, perfect instrument. Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe.
that's all. Now you come now again, Pune Ashram, we have intensive advanced course. That is going to be another different experience.
The dates, like any idea?
27 December to 31st December.
Okay, I'll just take it and check. Then can you speak more about the Padayatra experiences? Like people.
Padayatra, it was very funny, very amazing experience. Now nobody had any experience of conducting any Padayatra. So first day we went, there was a Uttar Pradesh Bandh, so we didn't do Padayatra.
I think a lot of people here don't know what a Padyatra is also. If you could just.
So Gurudev told us, few people, senior teachers and swamis, he told you go from place to place and conduct Padayatra. And the instruction was that no money will be given to you. One car will be given to you. Few volunteers will be there. And we had to go to all new places where there was not a single person you knew about Gurudev or Art of Living. And we had to raise funds to conduct the Padayatra. We had to raise funds to do all the various programs, publicity, all that from the local people without them knowing us. Okay. So I had a team of 8, 9. In those days, they were volunteers, but now they have all become advanced course teachers and senior teachers. So I had a group of 8, 9 people. So we divided into 3 groups of 3 people each. So first team went to town A, second went to town B, third went to town C. And after the event in town A, the first team would go to town D. And that is how it would this. And they will, in 3 days, we will organize the funds, the money, the everything. And then, sometimes we would be short of funds. And when I would go, then I would also talk about how to get the funds and things like that. So it was a very challenging thing. So Hathras was the first. First was Aligarh. Aligarh. It was Uttar Pradesh Bandh. So we had only 3 talks, and there was one person who sponsored the entire event. 21,000 rupees he gave, and the entire event was sponsored. We went to Hathras. It was a new experience. We started walking. Hmm. And it was just walking, how to meet people. Gurudev said, meet people on the streets, greet them, talk to them, give them a message and all that. And how to attract people. We are just walking. People are not attracted to it. And only 3 of us, no, me and 3 volunteers. So how are we going to attract people? So suddenly now then I told the volunteers, if you walk 4 people like this, nobody is going to be attracted. What to do? I said, you go and catch people on the street and send them. Tell them that he's going to bless you. Okay, few people started coming in, and I was also like catching people, some people on the street who was going, and I saying lots of blessings, and they would look at me confused. What has happened to this person? Hmm. Uh, so. Hmm. So then there was one person who was car mechanic. He had gone below the car. In those days, the engines were below the car, no? Some of the car engines. So I pulled him out. He said, "Come out, come out." I told him, "Come out." He said, "Why?" I said, "I want to bless you." He said, "I don't want blessing." I said, "No, you come out." So it took me 2-3 minutes to convince him. This, but it was a very crude way, you know. We were meeting some people, but it was very crude. Then I said, let us do something. So then I said, you go ahead, buy a garland for me, put a garland on me, when people see that. So, then the volunteers went ahead, bought a garland, put a garland on me. Then looking at that, other people started saying, oh, why people are garlanding him? So some people started buying garland on their own. Then they started garlanding. And then they started coming and touching the feet and this. So first 100 meters we covered in 2 to 3 minutes. The entire Padyatra was about 800 or 900 meters. Mm. And by the time, we finished the Padyatra, the last 100 meters took us 15 minutes. There was already a crowd accumulating. So everything had to be done. Gurudev's message had to be reached. We had to work out the tricks, and we had to also work out how the funds are going to come. People, every town we went to, I had to go to 8 towns. Every town we had to go 15 to 20,000 was our expenditure, and we had no money, and traveling between town to town for the car, for the volunteers, for everything, another 3-4 thousand rupees. So 25,000 rupees raising, you know so many things we had to work out. And Gurudev said, we are not going to stay in a hotel, we are not going to stay in a dharmashala or a public staying. We have to go and stay in people's houses. So to convince unknown people to allow them to use their house for our residence, that was a challenge. So many challenges was there. And by the time we finished Padyatra, we were like experts, how to attract people, how to, do the fundraising, how to do. So you learn. That is how Gurudev pushes you, The most important thing is you have to learn to handle many, many things in life.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think you have traveled to many, many countries with Gurudev and without Gurudev, but we'd like to know which is the toughest country to work on to do seva.
People are the same everywhere, and there is no tough country and easy country. If you are open with your heart, no, everyone is there to welcome you. In fact, I have gone and taught these programs in prisons to the hardest of the prisoners. And even they change, everything changes. So it's nothing, there's no difficult. It's just that we have to be open that, this knowledge is required by everyone. And when we move with that confidence and fun and grace, everything else happens.
Amazing, so amazing. Yeah. Well, I just wanted to know, like, Vishalakshi Mandap, you are like one of the cornerstone for getting this constructed. Now Dhyan Mandir is being constructed. So can you speak more about it?
Ah, Dhyan Mandir, see, Gurudev connects everyone with their karma. Vishalakshi Mandap was my karma. He made me go through it. Mm. And he has not involved me at all with Dhyan Mandir. At all. Why? Because my karmas got over with Vishalakshi Mandap. Isn't it? So it is now your karma. Fundraising and donating and giving your time, whatever is your karma. Now you do it. Hmm. So such opportunities come once in a lifetime. I got that once in a lifetime opportunity. My karma is done. Now others need to do their karma. He will make them do this. Otherwise, a lot of leaders are there. No, last time he did it, so this time also he only has to do it. Hmm.
Got it, Bhaiya. Well, like maybe any mind-blowing Guru story which people are asking again and again in the comments. So something like Vishalakshi
These are all
Mandap.
mind-blowing guru stories only I'm sharing.
Yes,
These are
Bhaiya,
not
but
ordinary stories. You have never heard these stories.
yeah, something like to Vishalakshi Mandap, which people might not have heard so far. It would be great.
Yeah, I think most of the stories which I have shared are unheard stories only, no?
Yes.
Sorry, bhaiya, my daughter is
No,
unmuting.
it's okay. It's okay.
Bhaiya, can you speak something about like what exactly made you stick on the path for so long? Like you come from one of the premier institutes of the country. Like you can easily work for the best of the best jobs, but
Certain things you are destined to do. That's all. Even if I want to leave, no, I cannot leave. because this is my destiny.
Great, great. Bhaiya, what motivates you to do seva every single day? Like, this is something which everybody wants to know.
You know, when you love what you do, no, then it becomes seva. So I love what I'm doing. The biggest benefactor of what I'm doing is me myself. That clarity I have in myself.
Okay, great. Bhaiya, any memorable Guru story from Rishikesh with Gurudev?
Yeah, Rishikesh, there are many guru stories. We have, again, uh, we have sat on the banks of Ganga. Gurudev was sharing about his time with Maharshi Ji, hmm, sitting on the opposite bank and looking at that ashram, and he would describe many things which would happen. So again, like sometimes 1:30 in the night, 2 in the early morning, we're on the banks of the Ganga listening to all these guru stories with him.
Yeah, maybe can you please share one story with Gurudev's connection with many deities? Like we hear from people saying Gurudev talks to these and these, if you can.
Yeah, uh, you know, uh, when I did my first Sudarshan Kriya, no, I had this very beautiful fragrance at the end of the Sudarshan Kriya. And we have this experience, no, Sudarshan Kriya, and then we go into very deep space. We don't know where we are. So I was gradually going into the space, having this fragrance. And Sudarshan Kriya happened to us on the first day of the course. So I thought, this is all money making business. Now they're making us unconscious here. Why? They're going to run away with our belongings and money and everything. And I'm not going to see any of these people after the Kriya is over. Hmm. Maybe, they might kidnap us also. And all these thoughts, little mild thoughts. But I said, this fragrance is so beautiful and this experience is so beautiful. Let me enjoy this now. Hmm. When I woke up, it was like almost everyone had gotten up. All the experience sharing was also over. So I did not get much time to share my experience. Next day again, when we did Sudarshan Kriya, I did not have this experience. So I was confused. What is this happening? So I did not share this experience with anyone ever in my life. Now, a few years later, as I told you, we would go from IIT to advanced course. A couple of years later, hmm, we were with Gurudev, and it was like, I think, Purnima night or whatever, and we were with him. And then suddenly Gurudev said, there are these angels who are in the sky, and they carry various fragrances. Hmm. They carry various fragrances. So what he did was he raised his hands like this, and just did this. Now you tell me, with about 7, 8 of us were sitting with him. He asked us, tell me which fragrance is this, and we all said sandalwood, chandan, chandan, chandan. Then again he raised his hand like this, and again he said, ab kya hai? तो हम बोले गुलाब गुलाब गुलाब. Then again he this, champa champa champa. So 3, 4 fragrances happened, and then again he raised his hand like this, and then he looks at me and he said, "आप पहचानो ये कौन सी खुशबू है?" And it was the same fragrance I had when I did my first Sudarshan Kriya. I have not shared this experience with anyone. Hmm. And Gurudev knew what fragrance I had, and he looked at me and he said, "अब पहचानो कौन सी खुशबू है ये?"
Crazy, crazy.
So, you know, there are various such things no happening.
But yeah, I think I kind of came across your stories, Gurudev, as Sri Sri, as I know him in that book. So you mentioned about some faith being shaken and how you got it back. So can you share for people who are here?
No, you read the book, no?
Please, Bhaiya, like it's something which we want to hear from you because
No, that is a
please,
known story. Why should I share a known story?
if possible, Bhaiya, please.
No, you read it. You read the book.
Okay, okay. And sorry, Bhaiya, you're saying something?
Yeah, and on my YouTube channels also I have shared many stories. So you can go through those stories there also. And these stories which I have shared, I have not shared on the YouTube channel also. So there are a couple of parts.
Bhaiya, there is one particular story which I kind of wanted to know. Like Gurudev once asked, I think he asked you only, like, pray for something. And you must have mentioned that kuch nahi chahiye mujhe. So there is some backstory related to that. When Guru or God comes in front of you and prays for you, what should we pray? Like, can you please
No,
tell?
I don't think so. I have never ever said कुछ नहीं चाहिए. Hmm.
Exactly. Please talk more
But
on this. Yeah.
that is the best state of mind to be, no? देखिए, हम में से कई सारे लोग माता पिता है यहाँ. और दो दो या तीन बच्चे हैं हमारे. तो जो बच्चा बार बार मांगता है ना, उसके लिए हम थोड़ा सा कम ये रहते हैं. लेकिन जो बच्चा मांगता नहीं है ना, जिसकी मांग कम रहती है, उसको मदद करने के लिए ज्यादा तैयार रहते हैं. ऐसा अनुभव किया हमने. मैं
Yes.
ठीक बोल रहा हूँ?
Yes, right.
तो भगवान के साथ भी ऐसा ही है. जो बच्चे बार बार मांगते रहेंगे, भगवान को देते हैं, सबको ही देते हैं. लेकिन जो नहीं मांगता ना, उसकी छोटी छोटी इच्छा भी पूरी कर देता है. हम भी तो उनके बच्चे ही है.
सही है, सही है. Yeah, I think a lot of people can watch for here. Ki my passion for sadhana and satsang is 200%, but working as a seva is as a passion is low. How can I make my seva passion 200% too?
हाँ, देखो, साधना करने से क्या होगा? शक्ति मिली. हम्म. और सेवा करना यानी क्या? वो शक्ति का सदुपयोग करना. तो शक्ति तो मिली. घर में गैस सिलेंडर तो लेके आए, शक्ति तो है. लेकिन उससे गैस ही जलाया नहीं, तो खाना कैसे पकेगा? 10 सिलेंडर भर के रखे, लेकिन फायदे का क्या? उसका उपयोग तो करो. वो सेवा है.
सही है.
और
So
सेवा यानी नहीं कि मैं सब अपना काम दाम छोड़ के कहीं वो गरीबों में जाके सेवा करूं. मेरी मुस्कुराहट ही सेवा है. मैं जहां जाता हूं, मैं जिन लोगों को मिलता हूं, उनको मैं खुश करते चलूं, वो सेवा है. कितने बार तो किसी को देख के मुस्कुरा दिया तो वो सेवा है. कई कई बार आके लोग बोलते हैं ना, उस दिन आपने हमें देख के मुस्कुराया, हमारा दिन बदल गया. अनुभव हुआ है ना सबको? हुआ है कि नहीं
तो
हुआ है?
आपको क्या
कभी
नहीं
कभी
सुना दो आप.
हाँ, कभी कभी बस इतना बोल दो कि कैसे हो आप, सब ठीक है ना. बस इतना बोल दो. 2-3 बार देखो, सब्जी वाले को ये बोलेंगे ना, सब ठीक है, सब ठीक है, घर में सब ठीक है. थोड़े दिन के बाद आपके लिए अच्छी अच्छी सब्जी निकालेगा, थोड़ा ज्यादा वजन का सब्जी देगा. आपके लिए मदद करने के लिए लोग तैयार हो जाएंगे, आप सेवा करेंगे. तो उनकी मन की स्थिति पता लगाओ, कैसे है, खुश है, घर में सब ठीक है, बच्चे ठीक है. बस इतना ही बातचीत करना है. ये इतना कर लिया, काफी है सेवा.
yeah, like such a simple explanation to explain about seva. Yeah,
हम्म.
like I think बहुत लोग पूछ रहे हैं आपका एडवांस कोर्स ऑनलाइन ऑफलाइन. सो एनी डिटेल्स यू वांट टू टेल, लाइक अब रिसेंट कोर्स अभी आने वाले बता सकते हो प्लीज?
हाँ, अभी तो बहुत सारे प्रोग्राम्स है मेरे. तो ऑलमोस्ट एवरी वीक एडवांस कोर्स होता है. तो
ओके.
ऑनलाइन प्रोग्राम है 23rd to 25th December, तीनों दिन छुट्टी है ना. सैटरडे संडे मंडे. 25th December तो छुट्टी है, और 23rd 24th सैटरडे संडे है. फिर पुणे आश्रम में इंटेंसिव एडवांस कोर्स है. जिन्होंने 2 एडवांस कोर्स किया है, उन लोगों के लिए 27 to 31st December. फिर न्यू ईयर में केरला में कालाडी करके एक जगह है, जहाँ आदि शंकराचार्य जी का जन्म स्थान है.
वाह.
तो वहाँ 4 से 7 जनवरी एडवांस कोर्स है. और बहुत सारे लोग हम केरला से बाहर है, तो 2 दिन का 2 और 3 जनवरी का हमने कोचिन के आसपास, कालाडी कोचिन के आसपास है, तो टूर भी रखा है. अगर जिनको टूर पे जाना है, तो नहीं जाना है तो कालाडी आश्रम में एडवांस कोर्स आके कर सकते हैं. फिर उसके नेक्स्ट वीक है, फिर उसके नेक्स्ट वीक है. हर वीक में मेरा एडवांस कोर्स है. कोई एडवांस कोर्स या ब्लेसिंग कोर्स चलते ही रहता है. वेरी रेयरली कोई वीकेंड पे मेरा कोर्स नहीं रहता, और वो भी चॉइस से. डिमांड तो बहुत है, लेकिन मैं कभी कभी ब्रेक लेता हूँ.
क्रेजी भैया. भैया
और
लाइक
मेरे प्रोग्राम की हाँ जानकारी लेना है तो prashantrajore.in, ये मेरा वेबसाइट है, जहाँ सिर्फ प्रोग्राम की जानकारी हम डालते हैं. तो जितने भी प्रोग्राम जब भी डिक्लेयर होते हैं, वो उसकी जानकारी वहां चले जाती है.
sure, भैया, but before you go ahead, I just wanted to hear some instructions which you learned from Gurudev on personal level, which others can also benefit out of it. Please tell भैया.
पर्सनल लेवल में क्या है? गुरुदेव जो पर्सनल लेवल पे हर व्यक्ति से सत्संग में बात करते हैं. ऐसा लगता नहीं है गुरुदेव की बातें सुन के कि सिर्फ मेरे लिए बात किया गुरुदेव ने, है ना. कोई भी सत्संग में अटेंड करो, ऐसा लगता है कि गुरुदेव मेरे लिए ही बात कर रहे हैं. ये बिल्कुल सही है. ही इज टॉकिंग फॉर मी ओनली. है, एम आई राइट? इज दिस द एक्सपीरियंस?
Absolutely.
तो वो बोलते हैं कि इन द क्राउड ऑल्सो आई एम टॉकिंग टू यू वन ऑन वन. है ना? तो बस यही है और क्या।
I think somebody is sharing the link for the group and the message for the course. So people can, you can do one thing, like others who want to join the course, you can drop your phone number on the number I'm sharing. We'll just reach out to you directly. And Bhaiya, one more thing, like,
Can I just ask one question, Bhaiya? There was this question that Gurudev shows his Virat Roop once in a while. When have you experienced that? Could you please tell us?
अरे ये सबके लिए है विराट रूप, हमारे अकेले के लिए नहीं है। देखो कितने हजारों लोग को रोज मिलते हैं। आप दिन में है ना ऐसा तय करो कि मैं रोज 50-50 लोगों को मिलूंगा, उनकी समस्या सुनूंगा। 3 दिन में भाग खड़े नहीं होंगे तो देखो, वो हजारों लोग को मिल रहे हैं, यहाँ वहां कितना घूम रहे हैं। उनके साथ 2 दिन घूम के देखो क्या हालत हो जाती है। ऐसा लगता है ना सब आराम से चल रहा है, उनके आसपास कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। 2 दिन घूम के देखो, सब शरीर का ऊर्जा पुर्जा सब हिल जाएगा। एवरी नट एंड बोल्ट इन द बॉडी विल बी shaken. His life is very fast. It is humanly impossible to do what he is doing. यही तो विराट रूप है। इतने हजारों लोगों को टीचर बनाना, उनको याद रखना, उनके उनके साथ पीछे क्या बात के आगे क्या बात करना है, एक एक क्या करना है, सब याद है उनको। ये तो विराट रूप ही है ना, है ना? हजारों लाखों इतने टीचर्स है, वॉलंटियर्स है, डिवोटीज है दुनिया भर के, सबको याद है, याद रखे हुए हैं, सबको पकड़े हुए हैं।
such भैया सच, ये बात तो, yeah, everybody is witnessing it in front of our eyes. Bhaiya, like,
हाँ
everybody is witnessing. Bhaiya, like, you have seen so much change for the last 20-25 years. अभी अगले 10 साल में क्या हो सकता है, आप बता सकते हैं कोई, कि लोगों को वो देखना चाह रहे हैं कि what exactly is the future?
देखो, जितने जल्दी ज्यादा से ज्यादा गुरुदेव को मिल सके मिल लो, है ना? उतना बहाना नहीं बनाना कि टाइम बाद में मिलेगा। टाइम मिल जाएगा शायद बाद में, लेकिन गुरुदेव नहीं मिलेंगे। अभी मेरे देखो ना, 25 साल में मैं इतना टाइम बिताता था। अभी मैं उनके साथ अगर 3-4 दिन में ऐसा गुरुदेव आश्रम में आते तो एक बार भी मेरी बात हो गई तो मैं खुशनसीबी समझता हूँ,
बात सही है।
है ना? तो जितना मिलने का मौका मिलता है, आप क्या शहर के आसपास आते हैं या आप बैंगलोर आ सकते हैं। बाद में तो सब आएगा, पैसा आएगा, टाइम आएगा, ये आएगा, लेकिन शायद गुरुदेव नहीं मिल पाएंगे हमें। तो जितना मौका मिले एडवांस कोर्स कर लो, जितना मौका मिले ये कर लो अभी शुरुआत में। बाद में तो सब दुनिया को संभालना ही है।
भैया तो ऐसे तो लाइक सबको तो लगता है कि गुरुदेव के साथ घूमना है, बट ही इज नॉट कॉलिंग अस ओनली, फिर क्या करें?
नहीं ऐसा नहीं है, वो तो हमारे को इनविटेशन, सेल्फ इनविटेशन देना पड़ेगा। वी हैव टू गिव इनविटेशन टू आवर ओन सेल्फ।
बात,
A lot of us have got scared that you have said बाद में मिलने नहीं मिलेगा.
हाँ।
हाँ, कितना 10, 12, 15 साल और कितना टाइम है? उनकी भी बॉडी है। वो मेरे एक्सपीरियंस से देख रहा हूँ, वो कम लोगों को मिल रहा है। इज कमिंग आउट इन पीपल लेसर एंड लेसर व्हाट ही वाज। पहले हम लोग 1:30 बजे तक साथ में रहते थे, अभी 9, 9:15 बजे के बाद उनके साथ कोई नहीं रहता है ना? तो टाइम तो कम होने वाला है, वो तो फैक्ट है लाइफ का।
सच में, स्पीक मोर ऑन दिस भैया, स्पीक मोर ऑन दिस इफ यू कैन।
नहीं नहीं, बस है जहां भी है अभी। महाराष्ट्र में आ रहा है 5 फरवरी से 7 फरवरी, उतना मुझे पता है। व्हेन विल गुरुदेव कम टू दिल्ली? किसी ने लिखा है। हाँ, तो दिल्ली का पोल्यूशन कम कराने के लिए प्रेशर डालो उधर की सरकारों पर। हमारे लिए सेवा है।
भैया जैसे आप अभी आप केरला जा रहे हो लाइक कल्लाड़ी के लिए, तो केरला क्यों जाने, लाइक लोगों को लगता है कि हम नॉर्थ इंडियन, हम साउथ इंडियन क्यों आए?
अरे ये आदि शंकराचार्य जी ने बहुत सुंदर सिस्टम बनाया है। आपको पता है वो जब थे ना, तो जैसे हमारा देश आज बटा हुआ है ना, हम कन्नड़ है, हम तमिल है, हम तेलुगु है, हम हिंदी है, गुजराती है, बंगाली है ना, बिहार के है, राजस्थान के हिंदी भाषी है, लेकिन फिर भी अलग अलग है। तो तभी भी ऐसा ही था। तो आदि शंकराचार्य जी ने क्या किया, उन्होंने एक एक मंदिर लिया और उधर के चीफ पंडित जो भी है, जैसे बद्रीनाथ का चीफ पंडित केरला से आता है, बाकी के उनके पंडित सब उधर के लोकल है, लेकिन जो चीफ पंडित बनता है वो केरल से बनता है। केरल के कोई पंडित जी, वो उनका इलेक्शन होता है, वो जाके चीफ पंडित बनते हैं बद्रीनाथ के। केदारनाथ के जो चीफ पंडित है, हाँ, वो कर्नाटक से जाते हैं। और हमने हमारे देश में, हम सब यूरोप जाके देखना चाहते हैं, इधर ये सुंदर जगह है, वो सुंदर। हमारे हिंदुस्तान में इतनी सुंदर सुंदर जगह है, तो इसीलिए मैं अभी ऐसे रेगुलर टूर्स करता हूँ, है ना। जैसे अभी मार्च में उधर वृंदावन में होली स्पेशल एडवांस कोर्स करेंगे। तो वृंदावन की होली अलग अलग, वो होली के दिन लास्ट डे होता है उनकी होली, हाँ, उसके 22 दिन पहले से होली सेलिब्रेशन शुरू हो जाती है ना। तो आके देखिए कितना सुंदर है ना। तो अभी 15 दिन पहले देव दिवाली का स्पेशल कोर्स किया था काशी में, तो उधर की देव दिवाली देखने जैसी होती है। तो जगह जगह की जाके देखेंगे कितना सुंदर है हमारा देश, है ना। देव दिवाली देखने जैसी होती है। 364, 364 days in a year, Kashi different, and 365th day, that is Dev Diwali day, Kashi is different.
Crazy भैया, crazy. I think a lot of people are thinking कि एक ही जगह पे भैया, like I think
So every 2 months I keep on organizing a program like this.
भैया, I think क्रिसमस स्पेशल भी एक कोर्स आपका दिख रहा था, I think
Christmas special वो ऑनलाइन प्रोग्राम है।
okay, okay. And this is for offline. We'll do one thing, भैया. We'll just share all the details on this particular thing. So एक group link हम add कर देंगे इधर. And anything as an ending note you wanted to share for people, please do, भैया. Like why should people do advanced course? Like सबको पता है कि advanced course करने से अच्छा लगता है, but what is the spiritual significance of doing an advanced course?
देखिए, हमने हैप्पीनेस कोर्स में सब सीखा ना, एक्सेप्ट पीपल एज दे आर, लिव इन द प्रेजेंट मोमेंट, हाँ, डोंट बी अ फुटबॉल ऑफ अदर्स ओपिनियन, ये सब सीखा ना। तो याद रहता नहीं है ना, इतना सीखा लेकिन याद रहता है क्या? हमेशा याद रहता है? कितने लोगों को याद रहता है? हाथों पर करे ऐसा। कितने लोगों को याद नहीं रहता है? देखा, कितने सारे लोग बोलते हैं याद नहीं रहता है। तो एडवांस कोर्स करने से ये याद करने की जरूरत नहीं, क्योंकि वो ऑटोमेटिक हो जाता है। और ऑटोमेटिक हो गया तो फिर याद नहीं करना, एक्सेप्टेंस अपने आप होने लगेगा। लिव इन द प्रेजेंट, जितना हम एडवांस कोर्स करते जाएंगे अपने आप से ये और स्ट्रांग होते जाएगा। तो फिर हमारा मन कहाँ है, हमारे को कौन सा काम करना है उसमें लगाना चाहिए, नॉलेज को याद करने में नहीं लगाना चाहिए। क्या ठीक बोल रहा, नहीं बोल रहा हूँ? और जिन्होंने कई सारे एडवांस कोर्स किए, isn't this our experience?
Very true.
It becomes more and more automatic to practice this knowledge.
भैया आपका कितना एडवांस कोर्स अभी तक लिया हुआ है भैया, प्लीज बताइए।
मैंने 400 से ज्यादा एडवांस कोर्स सिखाया है।
400?
400 advanced course I have taught, and I have participated in more than 35 advanced courses.
And how frequently one should take advanced course and do
At
advanced
least
course?
twice, at least twice a year, and even I do it.
Okay. The teacher also, okay.
Even I do it. So it is that important. Every time I do an advanced course, my teaching becomes better.
Super भैया, मैं just feeling so blessed, I think मेरे को तो लगता है कि अभी आ जाऊँ। Yeah.
Thank you
Then
so much for
and then
taking over.
somebody was sharing, when are you coming to Tamil Nadu or
Yeah,
whatever.
yes.
So you organize a program, I'll come. 2 months ago, I was in Chennai. We had a very beautiful advanced course there. So if you want me anywhere, you organize, I'll come.
Any specific number we can drop by so that people can
No,
call?
as long as you take care of the finances, I have no problem.
Hmm.
If you can take care of the finances with 20 participants, I'm okay with 20.
I think such a wonderful advantage we can take use of.
Thank you, Sunil. Thank you so much, Bhaiya. I think it just defines you sharing the most intense things in such a light manner. It was so beautiful. You shared such lovely moments and stories with Gurudev with us. And you just made it feel like a very normal thing, but it was something so, so deep for all of us. Thank you so much for taking out time and being with us, Bhaiya. It was
Hmm.
lovely having you over.
Welcome, welcome, and all the best to all of you. May you
Thank you.
have lots of joy, peace, love. May all your desires get fulfilled. May your health be good. These are my sincere wishes and prayers, and these are Gurudev's blessings for all of us.
Thank
So
you,
all the
Bhaiya.
best. Jai Gurudev.
Thank
And
you.
all
Thank you,
write in the
Bhaiya.
chat
Jai
section,
Gurudev.
how did you like the session for Bhaiya to read?
Thank you, Bhaiya. Thanks a lot.
Welcome, welcome.
Bless me, Bhaiya. My family, bless me.
Blessings are there. Blessings are there for everyone.
Thank you, Bhaiya. Thank you.
Please bless the Meera Bhatia.
Yeah, blessings are there. Blessings are there.
Thank you,
Thank
Bhaiya.
you.
Jai
Thank you
Gurudev.
so much.
Jai
Please
Gurudev.
bless me to have a
Please
course
bless
every month.
for
Thank you, Bhaiya.
career and family. Thank you,
Yeah,
Bhaiya.
blessings are there. Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev. Jai Gurudev.
Thanks, Blessing, for taking your time to come for a quick request. And I hope it's something
Jai
you also
Gurudev.
enjoy.
Jai Gurudev.
Jai
Thank you so
Gurudev.
much.
Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev, Bhaiya. Thank you.
Jai Gurudev.
We'll be sending the course details on the group, so you can join the
Jai
groups
Gurudev.
to kind of get the details of the upcoming details. For a minute.
Jai Gurudev Bhaiya. Thank you.
Jai Gurudev. Jai Gurudev.
Jai
Jai
Gurudev.
Gurudev. And thank you.
Jai
But
Gurudev.
could you please tell when Gurudev will come to Delhi? Is there any update for that?
As of now, there are no updates.
Okay.
Thank
Actually,
you,
we
Bhaiya.
are desperately waiting for Gurudev to come to Delhi.
Hmm.
Thank you.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you, Bhaiya.
Thank you,
Probably
Bhaiya.
I'll join you in Vrindavan for the advanced course.
Welcome. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm planning. Thank you so much.
Jai Gurudev Bhaiya.
Jai Gurudev. Jai-
But I can mention your website. Can you please tell me once again? Prashant.
PrashantRajore.in.
Prashant
PRASHANT.
.in. Okay.
Rajore, RAJORE.in.
Okay.
Jai Gurudev Bhaiya. Please bless me to have a course every
Blessings
month.
are
Jai Gurudev.
blessings are there. Blessings.
Jai
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 Gurudev.
Gurudev.
Bhaiya
Jai
ji, I'm having
Gurudev.
some challenging situations at home. So please bless us. Everything should go okay.
Yeah, blessings are there. Blessings are there.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Bhaiya, miss meeting you at Chennai. I'm coming to Kaladi for the AMP.
Yeah, please come. Please
I'm
come.
Geeta from Chennai.
Yeah,
From the
I
same
saw the
center,
registration.
from the same center, Annanagar.
Ha.
Yeah, I really felt bad. I missed your Rudra Puja and all. And then, okay, now I'm getting an opportunity. I'll be at Kaladi. I've registered already.
Oh, yeah. Good.
Jai
See you
Gurudev.
soon. Jai Gurudev. Jai
Jai
Gurudev.
Gurudev
Bhaiya,
Bhaiya.
when will you come to Delhi?
Me again, whenever people call me, I go there. We organize a program and then I'll come. Or when others organize, you join. That's all.
Okay.
Thank you, Bhaiya. Thank you so much.
Okay. Jai
Have a great
Gurudev.
night.
Bye.
Have a great
Same to you.
Jai
Night.
Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev.
Jai